Hey there, my name is Veronica. I am so excited to be with you today on this Anchor podcast. I am a conscious manifesting coach. I am based in Chicago, and I answer questions here on Anchor. I always answer questions submitted by voice notes. So if you like this content and you would like your question answered, all you have to do is download the Anchor app and favor my podcast, Veronica Isles, and send me a voice note. I guarantee you your question will appear on a future podcast. Please speak clearly and try not to have any music playing in the background or traffic noise. Other than that, as long as I can hear it, it will be answered. So today we're going to be answering 3 questions, and I hope yours gets answered. If you would like to do some one-on-one coaching with me, you can learn more about me and the coaching packages I offer, VeronicaIsles.com. Also, don't forget to find me on YouTube. I have nearly 500 videos of amazing content that will help transform your world for the better. Okay, so let's get right to it. Question number 1.
Hello, what is the difference of love spell with law of attraction?
I do think this is a great question, and it's probably something a lot of you do wonder about. So, what on earth is the difference between a love spell and the law of attraction? Well, a love spell is something that you do like a ritual. It is something you're not doing all the time. The law of attraction is something you are doing whether or not you choose to. You just can't stop it. It is the way we are perceiving our reality. We are using it whether we want to or not. We don't have a choice because every single time we think, we're conjuring up something new. Now, in terms of a love spell, you also conjure things up, but it's something you deliberately do. The difference between it is you're sort of putting your faith, you're putting your power within a ritual. So you're saying, well, if I say these particular words, I gather these particular, herbs or rose petals, or do things in this particular sequence, these particular words, then this particular result will happen. So it's almost like what you're doing is you're taking away this idea that life is starting within you, and you're sort of taking the outer world as your sort of platform of doing this ritual and then bringing about a result. Now, if a love spell works, it's because you believed it would work. If a love spell doesn't work, it's because you didn't think it would work. Now, it's not working because you gathered, this or that, or you did something under a full moon. It didn't work because of that. It worked through your belief. So it was the law of attraction in action, but you were sort of giving the credit to the quote unquote love spell. Now, the reason why I discourage things like this is because it sort of goes through a middleman. It sort of says that, well, you have to do a ritualistic spell in order to achieve something. And it's really just about conjuring a feeling. Yes, people have been successful in doing this. No, I do not recommend it because it takes away the belief and the power outside of you. It is saying that you have to do this particular ritual in this particular way or else you don't get the result. Your life is not a spell. When you fall in love with someone, you haven't forced them. You've attracted that particular result. I think that just by consciously conjuring up the feelings of abundance, the feelings of being loved, is going to shortcut you, it's going to streamline you, and it's not going to feel like something you force upon someone else. A love spell almost implies that the person, was against loving you, and you've sort of put this spell upon them to love you. Now, some people mistake the law of attraction for this, and it's not that at all. Whether someone loves you or whether someone doesn't love you, you attracted it either way. So I say, let's cut out the middleman, let's cut out the crystals, let's cut out the predictions, let's cut out the needing it to be November 11th or 11/11, and let's just embrace the power within, make anything happen, whether it's love, money, success, what have you. Let's make those miracles happen in our world. Okay. So question number 2.
Hi, my SP chose another girl that he's been dating for 2 years and they are together now, but he's still viewing my Facebook and Instagram stories. What can you tell about that?
Okay, so, well, I think it matters more what you want the ideal result to be. So, for example, things in our world happen, they can be interpreted in so many different ways. I would be happy to give you my interpretation, but I think that your judgment, your interpretation is the one that matters the most. So, okay, this guy, he keeps viewing your Instagram and Facebook stories, but he chose to be with someone else. I would say that means there's clearly a connection to you. He's clearly wondering what you are up to. He's clearly interested in you. He may have chosen this other person, but he could be daydreaming about what it would be like to be with you. So the big question is, do you want to be with him? Now, I'm assuming you do want to be with him because why else would you take the time to record a voice note and ask me this question? So I'm guessing you want to be with him. I'm guessing you want him to choose you. So how do we do this? Well, we focus on you and him being together. We focus on the fact that he is viewing your stories as an indication that you're going to one day be together. You may not be together in this current moment. He may currently be with someone else who is they're spending all of their time together. Oh well, that's the current moment. The future can bring pretty much anything. So decide what you want to do with him, where you want to go with him, how you want to be treated with him, how you want him to tell you that he was dreaming about you this entire time and wishing he had chosen you, and then he was so glad that he did end up following his heart and choosing you. Okay, so I hope this could help, and thanks for submitting this question. It sounds like the same person from the last call, and I want to say that you can do this if you want to submit multiple questions to me. No harm in doing that. You can absolutely do that. It is easier, though, to submit one question at a time, so I do want to commend this listener for doing that because it's a lot easier for me to answer things if I'm only given one question at once. Okay, let's get on to question number 3.
Hi Veronica, I live in California. I have two questions for you. Number one is, how will I know if it is a sign from the universe or if the universe is testing me? For example, I see a topic on toxic person and in the social media, and I see a lot of YouTube videos which completely resonates with my specific person. Um, then, like, how would I differentiate if it is a sign or if the universe is testing me? And the second question is, I set an intention and then I forget about it. But I can date anyone until I manifest my specific person, or I get to choose my specific person. It's my own will. So, in that case, are we not confusing the universe? Thank you so much for answering my questions.
Hey there, I am happy to answer your questions. Okay, signs from the universe. Well, I want to first start by saying that I do believe that the universe is you. It is the highest creative part of you. So I think in really dwelling upon that statement, you can better even answer these questions yourself, because I think that a lot of your questions had to do with thinking that the universe was this outer entity. So, for example, a sign. A sign can be interpretive. A sign can be judged in any which way. One person's good sign could be one person's bad omen. So, what does it mean to you? For example, you are seeing things on toxic relationships or toxic types of people. Obviously, this is not what you want. I think that any person has the ability to be toxic or be amazing. I think that we have all tendencies within us, all ways to shape our personalities. So I don't think one person is, all toxic and one person is all good. I think we have many, many different shades of gray. Now, when you see a sign, I always choose to interpret them in positive ways, uplifting ways. I don't think the universe ever tests you. Again, this would imply that the universe is this outer entity that can put you through a series of tests. I do think that at times, sometimes you have to stick out your vibration. For example, when you receive contrast, when you start, noticing the opposite of what you had intended, it is your chance to stay true to the inner result, the inner intention, the inner world. But again, I do not think that you are being tested in any way, because this would say that the universe again was this teacher or this thing above you that got to choose whether or not you got something and did you pass that test. Okay, so getting to question number 2. Absolutely, you can date as many people as you want. I think when you set an intention, of course, forget about it. Just assume it's done. Just go about your life as if it is yours. Absolutely. Now, I always say you want to take care of yourself in the current moment. You do not want to be sitting home alone, waiting for one person until they grant you their time. No, 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 no. You want to be out doing whatever you want. If you want to date other people, go for it. This is not confusing the universe. Again, the universe is you. The universe can't get confused. It is the highest intelligent part of you. How would it get confused? Like, how on earth would something that is that highly intelligent get confused? No way. Can't happen. And that's why I always laugh when people wonder if they're going to accidentally manifest the wrong person or manifest a new person. No, the universe can't do that. The universe is you. You and the universe are one and the same. Again, the highest part, the highest intelligent part. No mistakes. It can't make a mistake. Okay, so back to the question. Yes, date people. You're going to date people because it's going to make you feel awesome. It is going to make you feel wanted, needed, desired. You're going to feel all of these things that you're probably not currently feeling with your specific person because your specific person hasn't manifested yet. So even though you can imagine those feelings of being wanted and desired, you're not physically getting them. So I think it's fine. Date other people. Just be honest with them. Say, I'm not looking for anything serious. When you are dating other people, you are putting your needs in this current moment as first. As first. You're saying, I'm not going to wait around. My happiness, my well-being, it means more than any single person. And it also puts you in a really strong position. It proves to yourself you are desirable and you are worthy of good treatment. And it also says to yourself, that you are someone who gets to choose. You are like, hey, I'm going to take a look at all of my options and I'm going to pick who is best for me. Maybe I'll still pick my specific person, but I'm going to let myself have that opportunity. Now, a lot of people feel, they feel scared, almost intimidated, almost like that this is, giving up on their specific person. It's not. It's empowering you to actually get the result you want. Okay, so once again, the universe is the highest and most intelligent, most creative, most capable part of you. It is you, no one else. Okay, so I hope this could help. I am Veronica. I hope you enjoyed this podcast. I hope the answers within it could help you. Now, if you are waiting for your question to be answered, I promise it is coming. I show these podcasts first on Anchor and other listening platforms. So if you've been waiting for your question, don't wait for me to post it to YouTube because YouTube is getting these podcasts on a delay. They are first appearing on Anchor. So don't delay. Download the app. Favor my podcast, Veronica Isles. Send me a voice note and you can have another question answered. But do listen for the current questions because, like I said, so many more there, not as many on YouTube. I don't even know if I'm going to release all of them on YouTube. So while YouTube is great for other content I release, for the podcasts, you do have to go to the listening platforms. Okay, so enough about that. If you have not downloaded my Affirmations app yet, what are you waiting for? For iPhone currently, soon to be Android. Let's all manifest it fast. I do like Android better, so I am at heart an Android user. Okay, well, I think that's all for today. Have a lovely rest of your day, and may all your dreams come true.